Well, if the superintendent says you must take it, you must.
There it is, the triplane that shot down the Enterprise.
Why don't you start it up and fly off in a blaze of glory? After all, you are James T. Kirk, the toast of Starfleet. The man who never loses.
Mr. Ellis.
What's the matter, Kirk? The truth hurts? You never let that get in the way of your ego before.
I'm putting you on report for insubordination. We're all upset, Mr. Ellis, but these insults won't solve the thing. That's it. I've taken all I can stand from you. We're all upset, Mr. Ellis, but these insults won't solve the thing.
I don't believe in mincing my words, Captain. If you can't accept my honest opinion, too bad.
Fine, but do yourself a favor and stay out of my way. That's it. I've taken all I can stand from you. Fine, but do yourself a favor and stay out of my way.
Kirk, I'm going to be in your face so much that you're never going to forget what I look like.
Commander, I know a treatment that has a good success rate at reducing excess aggressiveness. It's called reason.
James T. Kirk looks at the vessel that shot down his ship with considerable enmity. Mr. Spock is keeping his eye on his tricorder. Lieutenant Commander Ellis's gaze is transfixed on Trelane's castle. Dr. McCoy wonders how much medical attention the crew of the Enterprise will need when this is over. A fuel barrel lies abandoned on the ground. The hangar of Trelane's triplane. It appears to be abandoned. Bushes. A lot of trees. A Fokker DR-1. Castle Trelane. What else could it be? A dirt path. Bushes. This seems pointless.
The Enterprise is not far. I can sense it.
That is not logical, Captain.
I know, Mr. Spock, but I'd bet everything that I have it's nearby.
We should scan as much of the area as possible.
I hope we have shore leave after this mission, Jim.
So that's where this Trelane is holding my ship. I'll wring his neck if he doesn't give it back.
I'm picking up immense power readings from that castle in the distance. There is a high probability that it's Trelane's base.
Well, of course it's Trelane's base. Where do you expect Trelane to live? A slum?
Doctor, your display of emotion is quite unnecessary. The tricorder indicates that the canister is empty. The tricorder detects nothing unusual about the bushes, Captain. The tricorder indicates the hangar is completely deserted. Another abnormally high reading emanating from the plane. It is in every way a Fokker DR-1, except for that power source. Captain, the power readings from the triplane are still beyond the range of the tricorder to effectively measure.
Castle Trelane. Castle Trelane. A large immovable rock. Lieutenant Commander Ellis, who's rather glad he hasn't served on the Enterprise. Mr. Spock, an enterprising first officer. James Kirk, an enterprising captain. Dr. McCoy, an enterprising chief medical officer.
Well, here we are. I wonder what kind of death this person has in store for us.
An impressive edifice.
Here we are at Trelane's doorstep. What's the matter, Trelane? Is the great Baron of Gothos afraid to come out and play?
I would have thought someone with Trelane's ego would have jumped to make a grand entrance from the castle.
Obviously, he's waiting for a moment of maximum theatrical effect. Or maybe you're just a coward, Trelane.
It is interesting that he does not choose to appear at this time.
And quite annoying, although perhaps I should count my blessings.
Captain, the force field around the castle is extremely intense. I get the same energy signature from it as I did from the triplane that attacked the Enterprise.
Mr. Spock, is there any way to penetrate it?
The force field permeates the ground, Captain. The largest weapons of this era could not penetrate the force field. If we could generate a disruption on the wavelength, the field could be breached, although we would not have much time before it was reestablished.
How could we generate such a disruption?
By physically destroying other objects that resonate on that wavelength. Objects like the power objects that we have already found.
You put the locket in the triplane. You put the chalkboard in the triplane. You put the clock in the triplane.
Affirmative, Captain.
Everyone stay well back.
I suppose I should be angry at you, Captain, with your act of vandalism against my beautiful aircraft. But then, barbarians will be barbarians.
There's only one barbarian in the room, Trelane, and I'm looking at him right now. Release my ship, Trelane. And don't you ever grow up, Trelane? You may have powers of a god, but that doesn't even come close to making you a man. There's only one barbarian in the room, Trelane, and don't you ever grow up, Trelane?
Why would I want to be anything so inferior, Captain?
Inferior? You have vast powers, but no feeling, no soul, Trelane. You cannot create. You can only imitate, and very poorly at that.
An ugly gargoyle-like decoration.
A trifle grotesque for this setting, isn't it, Trelane?
Why, Kirk, I wasn't aware of your interest in the design of castles. I hope you like my run better.
An ugly gargoyle-like decoration.
A trifle grotesque for this setting, isn't it, Trelane?
Why, Kirk, I wasn't aware of your interest.
An axe and shield. As with most of Trelane's collection, they are mostly ornamental. These candles illuminate Trelane's self-portrait. If the real thing weren't bad enough, a portrait of the humble Baron of Gothos smirks nauseatingly at you. These candles illuminate Trelane's self-portrait. An axe and shield. As with most of Trelane's collection, they are mostly ornamental. This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the USS Enterprise.
Jim, is that what I think it is?
It is the Enterprise, Doctor. It is functioning normally, aside from being trapped. The crew are alive and well.
My latest hobby, gentlemen, putting warships in bottles, celebrating the grand martial heritage of your species.
This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the USS Zimbabwe.
My ship! Bring it back or I'll...
This one's even more savage than the last one of your officers who made the same mistake. My compliments, Captain, on having such a spirited crew. Truly a testament to your fine leadership.
Release him, Trelane. He's done you no harm. Take me in his place. He's not a member of my crew and you know it. Besides, he looks rather peaceful standing there. Release. He's done you no harm. Take me in his place.
Ah, the gallant captain, intervening on behalf of one who despises him. Don't worry about him, Captain. Worry about yourself.
I suppose I should thank you, Captain.
Later, Commander.
This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the SS Maniki-Ur, a Denebian transport. This seems pointless. This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the SS Shinobi, a freighter. A polar bear rug. An ornate table. These candles provide lighting for this gallery of Trelane's castle. A door, but to where? Trelane, the Baron of Gothos, smirks triumphantly as the little drama unfolds.